one packed. Here we are. How's it going, man?
That's
You
right.
look.
We're here. We're here. We're here, and we're not queer, but we're
No, we don't.
tired.
You
I'm
got
tired.
you got that nice hat though. I'm really jealous of that hat.
Yo, Yankees, how you doing? Actually, you know what? I got this hat last season. I took Jimmy to a game. My parents had tickets, and I spent 15 to 20 minutes with Jimmy in the hat section at Yankee Stadium in the store, like trying to figure out the right hat. I don't think Jimmy liked it because I have to wear like the flat brim kind of hats. Like I
Okay.
can't wear like a sports cap. Like my head's just it's
I'm
not meant for
I'm the
that. Like I
opposite.
just have a
I
fat head.
Everyone says when I wear a flat
Yeah.
brim, it looks like I'm like having like all this extra space up in there.
Well, so they make low profile hats. Did you know that?
I have seen those. Yeah, one of my friends was telling me like I got to get a hat that's like it's like a smaller one, but like they don't make all of the hats like that.
Yeah, and not all the hats are like. See, my problem is sometimes a low profile doesn't look good on me, but sometimes a regular one looks like a big ass box
Yeah,
like
what's
on my
with that?
head.
Why do they make hats like that? I don't get
I
that.
don't. I bought two Patriots hats last season, and I bought one low profile, which I like, but like it doesn't look great on me because, like I said, I have this big round head, so like I need the flat brim. And the other one is literally like a box on my head, bro. And it's like so tall, and I don't know what to like. Like I don't really wear it, and it sucks because hats are like really expensive for like no reason.
It makes no sense. It does make no sense.
So
I feel like I wear a hat all
so
the
that's
time
why I
too.
hate to. Well, you're bald, so it's different.
Bro, you know what happens to all my hats because I'm bald? Well, I gotta wear sunscreen on my head like pretty much the whole summer.
Uh,
So all of my
yeah.
hats get like a tint to them. Like they get like a sun lotion tint. It's like an orangey tint.
Do you ever wear like those like meshy hats and get like sunburn through the little holes?
I have not like bad. Like I always wear sunblock because like I got sunburn bad one time and I bleeded from my head. It was gross.
You you bleeded?
I bled.
You bled.
I bled.
You bled.
Yeah, I bled.
You bleeded from. You know, uh, what was like the first thing that went through your head when you were going bald? Like I remember you were in Vegas,
No, I
I'm pretty
wasn't.
sure,
No,
and
I
you were
wasn't.
like,
I wasn't in Vegas. I was still living in New York.
"Where were you?" Because you weren't home. You texted me and was I
Yeah.
remember I was at my in-laws' house, and you texted me. You're like, "Should I shave my head? I'm really thinking about it." And I was like, "I
You
don't
said no. You
know."
said no, I think.
And I remember asking Nicole's dad because he's bald,
Right, right.
and like he might have even have said no also, and then next thing you know, you sent me a picture and you're like, I did it. So, like, what was the first thing that went through your head? Like
I
I'm just bald now.
No, the weekend prior, I there was a picture. It was like a selfie picture that somebody took, and it was from a high angle, like above my head. And I saw the top of my head, and I was like, "Holy shit! I think I'm going bald." And, like I had no idea. I had not a clue until like I saw that picture, and I was
Oh
like,
come on, man, you had to have known because you
"No,
were
I
getting a little
didn't.
thin.
I
You were getting a
didn't.
little
I
thin.
really didn't. Like I was just like, my hair looks cool, like the way I do it now. Like it looks cool." That's what I was literally thinking. And like my thing was always like
I
I'm
will
living.
tell you, it didn't look cool.
It didn't. It didn't. I saw the picture and I was like, I think I just gotta shave it off. And like I texted you and I texted Chris, and Chris was and I said to Chris, what should I? How do I shave it? And he goes, just bick it. So I just took my razor and just fucking sliced it down. And I've never let it really grow more than a week since then.
So like when I look at pictures at all my graduation parties, for those who don't know and don't remember, I had a graduation party from every grade since high school graduation.
That's true.
Um, but I always look back at those pictures and like it's just like weird to see you with hair
I feel like yeah.
because
I feel like I
it's not
had good
like
hair then though, because like I had like a straight line across the top of my
get it
head.
like lined up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to get it lined up and look like Vinny the Ginzo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like I did look pretty cool back
Vinny the
then.
Guinea.
Yeah, I had like a. I remember for prom, I had like a thin chin strap all the way around.
Yeah. So I never rocked the chin strap, but I did used to take my beard like up to my chin line,
Me too, and I do it down
you
like back
know.
here now.
Well, so it's a little different for like you and me. Like sometimes the barber will do it, but since I'm fat and like that, like like this little area,
Yeah.
like your double chin area, if a barber lines me up too tight, my like double chin will be shaven and I'll have a beard. So like it looks like really fucked up. So like I always have to make the joke if and I've been really struggling with a barber, honestly. Like I used to go to this barber shop and they made a lot of changes and it like really sucks. And I need to find a new one, but anytime I go to a different barber, and I have to be like, listen, man, keep my beard wide. Like I'm too fat to have like you people like fucking shaping me up like right to my chin line.
Right, right.
Like it doesn't look good. Stop it. And they all laugh and like, no. Oh, actually, one guy was like, he was like, there's ways to like disguise it or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just leave my fucking beard alone. Just make it the way I want you to make it.
Yeah, like why do we have an argument
So
about this? So you don't go to the guys in Massapequa that we
because
used to go to ever. I guess they might not
no,
even be there.
the guys who would the that Russian guy who would show us like pictures of his like girlfriend like naked when we're like
Yeah,
like
like
18 years
it
old,
was.
17
Yeah,
years
dude,
old.
that was crazy.
I don't even remember that guy's name. What was that guy's
Ari,
name?
Ari. It was Ari,
Yeah,
Alex, and
something
Abe.
like that.
It
No,
was it was Ari, Alex, and Abe.
yeah.
Alex was the guy that was in the middle that
Well,
nobody wanted. Like nobody wanted that guy.
I never I was never like a regular there. I used to go get my haircut in Amityville.
Right, right. No, I feel like, dude, I feel like
I never
I
I
was never the type of guy that would walk into a place and be like, I want that guy to cut my hair. I was just like, I hope I get that guy, but I'm not gonna make a fucking big stink about it either way.
especially now, I never like wait for a particular barber,
Right, right.
but I always definitely had a preference. Like a black guy or a Spanish guy always cuts my hair better than like a white guy just sucks at cutting hair. I'll be honest, they suck
I don't think I've ever had my hair
in
cut by
my
a white
opinion.
guy. I mean, unless you count Russian people as white. Are Russian people white? Guess they're Asian. Is
No, I'm pretty sure Russian people are white,
that what you would say? Yeah, you wouldn't
but
call.
anyway, listen. I think we should probably talk about being dads
Dude, these are
and not
important
about if
dad
Russian people
things.
are white.
That's true. We should.
Haircuts are important dad things.
Yeah, I don't have to get one, which is super
I mean,
nice.
yeah, you know how much money I spend every 2 to 3 weeks on
I
haircuts?
don't even want to know how much. How much?
$52.
That's fucking crazy, man. It used to be 12 bucks. It was 12 bucks.
$52.
It was like
Well,
if I got my beard shaped, it was 20.
yeah, so that's the problem is the beard. And honestly, I never have an issue with like my haircut. It's always my beard. Like I have a nice thick full beard and these people like take my shit like all the way down. And I'm like, I have a thick, luscious, beautiful beard. What are you doing to me? Like why are you like lining my shit up so low? It's like a glorified chin strap. I don't want that. Leave it thick and nice. So my issues with barbers are more about my beard than my actual head. Like
Yeah, true.
I have the same haircut since I've been like since I went started going to college. Skin fade, two on top, and trim my beard depends. Sometimes I grow my beard out, sometimes I don't. But I've had a skin fade or like up situation like since I'm like 17 years old.
Right. And all of a sudden, it's a
It's
problem.
not that hard.
Here's the thing, man. As we're getting older, we're stuck in our ways, I think. It's funny. Whenever my parents come, they kind of. I'm very particular, I think, because I notice when people
Yes, yes, you are.
when people are around, they like sort of tiptoe around like what I'm doing sometimes. So like yesterday, my mom was like, um, I was doing something for the baby. I think I just said like, he's not supposed to have water yet. Like he doesn't need water. Like there's no reason to give him water. Like There's no point. Like
No,
what
he's not supposed to have water yet.
so like I guess
From my knowledge, he's not supposed to
right.
have water.
But Marissa's been slowly introducing a little bit here and there because he's eating food, and the doctor said if he's eating food, he could have a little water. So she's giving him sips here and there. So like my mom said something funny the other day. It wasn't really necessarily about the water. She was just like, yeah, like maybe like when he's like 9 months, you could be a little bit more like easygoing. Like that's what she said. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. She hit you with the easy going.
Like that meaning like I'm not easygoing right now, which I'm not. I mean, I know I'm not.
Like
It's not that I'm not. I just like do
so
the
I'm
things I like
definitely
to do.
not.
You're not easygoing?
So I mean um I like to think of myself as easygoing in general. Like I'm pretty laid back, like go with the flow kind of person.
I'm the opposite of that. I make
Yeah,
I
you know
plan
what I always
everything.
think about when I think about you and like planning and stuff like that? Do you remember a particular like day trip we took?
To Boston?
No, a day we took me, you, and Matt. We took a day trip, and you were very mad because we had no plan. Do you remember where we went?
Fire Island?
Yeah, Fire Island. Aunt Olivia picked us up and drove us to the ferry, and you're like, "All right, guys, what's the plan?" And we were like, "We don't have a plan. We're just going to Fire Island."
Yeah.
And you were very mad
Okay. Okay.
the whole time.
Let's just go through what happened. We showed up with a case full of beer, and you weren't allowed to have beer on the beach. You guys were like, "What?" We tried. We hid the beers in a bush.
We did. But before we keep going, I really need to tell you something.
What?
Like
Is something in my
you
face?
really, you really turn into Sebastian Maniscalco. Like you do. Like I don't know if it's like
I think it's just
always.
no. It's when I'm on camera because that's like the way I
Yeah,
cooked.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a little act. And I'm not saying it's like a bad thing.
Right.
I'm
Right.
just
Right.
saying like all sometimes when you start to like try and get a point across, you turn into him and it's really funny. It's like really funny.
My point was just that, dude.
Because
Also, I do remember that trip being extremely fun. The thing is like I need people to drag me out of that my comfort zone because like if it's up to me, I would eat the same thing for lunch. Not the same thing, but like my parents are making fun of me because like I'm making Marissa's like lunch. Like I have like the rice and the beans and the chicken and the peppers and the. It's like I have a
mm,
system. I have a system.
my system is what I call Healthy Meals Direct. This podcast, by the way, is brought to you by Healthy Meals Direct. They sponsor us. They write us big checks.
Huge
Um,
checks, yeah.
yeah,
We're pretty much well,
I
yeah, it's crazy.
oh fuck,
What?
it's too late. I didn't order my meals for next week. This place Healthy Meals Direct. I like order meals for my lunch every week, and I just fucking forgot to
That
order
sucks.
them.
What do you? So yeah, I actually I told Marissa about that, and she was like, "That's pretty cool." Like, I guess the thing is like, cause like we were talking about like,
Look, we
should
got
we?
Luna here. We
Oh,
got Luna.
fucking
Hello.
dude, you can't have pussy on the screen.
Wow. I guess you're right,
YouTube's gonna
but
be pissed.
about my furry
All
pussy.
17 of our listeners are gonna be like, have to look at this hairy pussy now.
Yeah. Why do you?
Um, yeah,
She just like rubs her like
Marissa was
butt in
talking
my
about
face.
doing a thing like that, and I kind of was just like, the thing is like I just like being in the kitchen. So like I don't know what you like to do, like necessarily, but like that's where I like to be. Like I like to do that. That's the one thing I like doing. So I don't want to like give that up
You
and
know
then
what I
like
like to do?
what?
I like to do like nothing.
True. I like to
So I
cook. I
feel
feel like
like
that's my thing.
no. So I've found that with being like a parent, um, like free time is more valuable than ever, obviously. And I have decided that in my free time, I like to do nothing.
That's nice. That's
Like
not
like
bad.
like no. I mean, no, it's not good because like then things pile up, right? Like dishes, laundry, cleaning, and it gets done, but I'm telling you, I have found myself far more lazy. Not as a dad. I feel like I'm a very hands-on kind of dad, like
Right.
all the time. but I feel like as a human, I have become lazy, if that makes sense.
True. I feel like so one of the things that I do when like his wake time his wake windows are now like about 2 to 2.5 hours. I try to spend
Okay.
1 full hour like when it's just me and him. I try to spend 1 full hour like just focusing on him, like just where I'm like playing with him, doing whatever. But then the other hour, I put him in the little like standing thing or his little go kart thing, and like he sits in the kitchen with me and I clean up or I cook or whatever. But I feel like I can't spend the 2 hours with him because like if I'm sitting on the floor with him for 2 hours, like I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting tired of it. Like, and I don't want to like sit there annoyed, you know. So I try to like do like 30 minutes when I first get him up. I put him in the little seat. He's super happy to be by himself. Then he gets a little antsy. For an hour, I play with him. Last 30 minutes, I put him on the little mat, and I try to do all my cleaning when he's awake. Because if I just do the cleaning when he's asleep, it's like as soon as you're done cleaning, he just wakes the fuck up. It's like, oh, you're
Well,
cleaned
that's the
up?
thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like if you don't, I rationalize like my laziness by like being like I have no time to myself if I don't take it, like none.
True.
And
Let me ask you something. How much do the
you
meals cost, give or take? Like, what do you pay a week for meals?
these meals that I'm buying,
Yeah.
so it's a little different. Like you can buy more meals and it lowers the price.
Okay.
Um,
Say you
when
get
I
say you
didn't
get like
have
five
Michael,
lunches though.
so
Like,
you can do a la carte, and there's a $50 minimum,
okay,
which is like it comes out to like 6 meals,
true. That's not bad.
and it comes like with tax and everything, it's like $60.
Okay.
Um,
And you go and pick them up from
it's
somewhere?
not bad. They can deliver, but I pick it up in Massapequa,
Okay.
right where the IHOP used to
Right,
be,
right, right.
like on Sunrise, like
No, I got you. Yeah. Broadway.
like where that bike shop is and stuff like that. So I used to when I used to have like room in my fridge. I don't have like a big fancy kitchen like you. I used to order like 20 or so meals at a time, and they would be like $7 a meal,
Okay.
as opposed to like 8 and change.
Right, right.
And I would freeze them. But it's really not so much about like trying to save money as it is like
Saving time. It's all about saving time.
it's well, it's time, but it's also like I'm not a meal prep kind of guy. Nicole does that,
Right.
but I'll just eat a turkey and cheese fucking sandwich every day and a bag of chips, which is cool, but it's not like super healthy. Not that, and like these things are like decently healthy. Like,
Right.
so it's more about, and if I buy lunch at work, I know myself. I'm not gonna go
You're
buy
gonna
something healthy. I'm gonna
right. You're
get a
gonna get the
fucking
meatball
big
sub. You're not gonna
sandwich
get the
and a
fucking
bag of
Caesar sub.
chips.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Like I'll go to Bagel Cafe and get like chicken salad and a big bag of chips on a bagel. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
it's just how it
here's what I
is.
was gonna say, because here's what I was gonna relate it to. Like, do you think it would be crazy for me to say like get a house cleaner once a month? Like, is that insane?
No, me and Nicole actually we were gonna do it. She like got someone from her carpool
Oh yeah.
who they use, and like the lady was supposed to come, and she wanted to come on a time where we weren't home, and then it died out.
Oh shit. Okay.
Um,
I'm thinking about doing it because there's so many things that I
like
clean.
I'm
Like,
all for that kind of stuff because like
I don't want to clean the fucking windowsills and like not that it's just like I don't have time. Like, if I do that, then I can't do the other
I
things that
know
make me
when
money.
you have that big mansion, it takes a long time to clean, man.
Oh man. Oh god. I gotta tell you.
No, I
Yeah.
feel you.
I don't know. It's just like there's
Well, what do you got to tell me? Tell me. What do you got to tell
it's
me?
about air
You wanted
conditioning.
to say
It's about air
something.
conditioning. I'll tell you later. It's nothing of interest to anybody else.
Oh wait, did that guy
Oh
come
wait,
for the
here.
split for that split
Yeah,
unit?
it's actually a funny story. So this guy, I called up. I have one room in my house that just does not get cool. So we're trying to figure out what to do. So I had this guy in the neighborhood come by. He's an HVAC specialist, whatever. So he was suggesting he comes in my house, looks at the room. He's like, you got to put what's it called, a split unit, uh, what you have in your basement. That's what he
The
suggested.
the, the
The
ductless
ductless.
split unit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he wants me. He was like, you got to put one of those in there. That's like, if you're gonna pay anything, just pay to put that in here. It makes no sense to do anything else besides that. Like if you're just paying for the comfort, pay for the comfort. Like he's like, you could put an air conditioner in your garage, but like if you're gonna put an air conditioner in your garage, just put the fucking air conditioner in the room that you want to be air conditioned. Like it'll be fine. So like that's what he
Yeah,
suggested,
I'm with that.
and it
I'm
was
with that.
it was like around 5 grand, and that he was like hinting at, but he was like, I don't know,
I
I really got to look
figure.
at the prices, and he's like, I'll get you a quote because he's got one man job, like he's gonna do it like on the side. He's one of my neighbors, and whatever. So he's gonna take a look. But then we came down into my garage, and he would actually had been apparently walking by the house earlier, and he was like, he walks in my garage. I got 3 window units there in my garage that I'm trying to sell. And he goes, honestly, dude, I would just put the fucking window unit in. But that's not the point. He was like, I was trying to start my chainsaw when he was walking by the house and we couldn't get it started. It was me and my dad. And I don't know obviously anything about chainsaws or motors or anything really. And as we're trying to start the chainsaw, my dad goes, "Yeah, it needs a new plug." And I was like, "Oh, okay, needs a new plug. What the fuck do I know? Whatever." So the guy,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
We
like,
definitely need those new plugs.
dude, this guy was like, "Yeah, did you ever get the chainsaw started?" I was like, "Nah, needs a new plug." Like, I think my dad went out to go get it.
You
Like,
acted like you knew what you were talking about. That's really funny,
I was like, "Yeah,
actually.
yeah, it needs a new plug actually." Yeah, I think my dad went to Walmart to go get it. Which, like, I don't know. Can you buy plugs at Walmart? Who the fuck knows? Like,
I mean, I do feel like Walmart's like in the South like have not that Walmart's here don't have everything, but I feel like you can walk into a Walmart by you and like buy a gun and like buy a bag of chips and salsa at the same
oh,
time.
you could definitely,
Like I
yeah.
feel like
They have a gun section. There's a gun
um
section. My dad went and got an oil change at Walmart today. Like, it's a
yeah, it's like
classic
I feel
grandpa
like
move.
it's crazy. Well, I feel like when your parents come to visit, so it's very different, like your dynamic and my dynamic. When my parents come or my in-laws come, it's like nothing. We see each other all the time, kind of
Right,
thing.
right.
I feel like when your dad comes, it's like you got a million projects to do. And like I feel like sometimes you sign up for them and sometimes you really don't sign up for them. I'm those are assumptions I'm making. That's not like
No, I mean, yeah, it's
stuff
true.
you've ever told me, but I feel like I feel like you just get signed up for something and it all comes from like a good place, right? Like your dad's trying to help you,
For
but it's
sure,
also
for sure. No, it's
like
funny though. Like today,
can't
like
we just like chill for 5 minutes?
no, yeah, like my dad likes to do projects. Like that's what he likes to do. He doesn't like to sit down on the couch and like chill. Like he wants to be doing something. So he always tells me, this is such a dad thing. Every time he comes to my house, he tells me about the water problems that I have. So apparently I have water problems. There's water everywhere. So he wants to big
Well,
like this
hold on.
trench.
Before you continue, I will say, um, so as you know, your mom was my real estate agent, um, and not that looking at houses with your mom was bad. It was great. Like the one day your mom couldn't make it, so she sent your dad, and like it was just so like different than your mom, but and it was he brought like we were at a house and he goes, "Oh, the water damage on that wall. See that? See that? Water damage."
Yeah, dude, he
So,
knows everything about water. I'll
right.
tell you.
So keep going. What about
But
a
it's
trench he
funny
wants to dig
because
or some shit?
there's always a water problem here. Like because like we get water build up like right at the front porch. So like he's always telling me I gotta dig a trench around my house, and I'm like like it's just I don't want to dig. Like I don't want to dig. So like I gotta do it eventually, but or pay the $1,000 that the guy quoted me for. Whatever. One way or another, someone's gotta dig a fucking hole and put a pipe in it. Anyways, today it was pouring raining and there was a little bit of water coming in the garage. And like it sort of happens every time. But I'm like it's fine. Like it happens a little bit every time. Just leave it. My dad goes, I gotta see what's happening. This guy opens the garage in a monsoon, and the water just starts rushing into my garage. He's like you had to see like what's going on with the water. Like we had to let it in to fucking
Well,
find out.
well, couldn't figure that out like when it stopped raining with a hose, like so you can control the water.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. The
Like,
thing, I think we need the gutters cleaned is the issue, is supposedly now.
like
I don't clean the gutters. Is that something you have done?
so I have done it. Um, it's definitely something that everyone should do and or pay for someone to do. I did not do it like this past season when you're supposed to do it. Um,
I mean,
so yeah, I
I
will
can't
definitely
do it.
be
I have to
doing
pay
it.
somebody to do it. There's no way I'm climbing up 2 stories to the
Oh,
top
why
of the
is
house.
that?
I have a 2-story house. I'm
Oh, you got
sorry.
that big mansion.
It's not a big
You got
mansion. It's
that
a
big mansion. I
two-story
forgot.
house. But yeah, so no, I can't
Hmm.
climb up there. I won't do it. I'm not good on heights. I hate it. I hate everything about it. It's not for
Did
me.
I, did I ever tell you? So I've got on my roof twice in my life, and in my life, I mean the last 3 or 4 years that I've lived here. One time, I went up there without my phone, and I was up there. I did what I had to do, and I was scared to come down, like petrified. So I sat up there. Nicole was like sleeping, taking a nap. I think she was pregnant, and I just sat there for 30 to 40 minutes by myself in
Cla-
the silence in the
That's a
heat
classic dad move, like
because
getting too scared to come off the roof.
I was afraid. Yeah, I was afraid to come down. I couldn't do it because it was like levels. Like when I got up, I had to go to like another
Hmm.
level, and like get down from the level seemed like petrifying, and I refused. So I just sat there, and until I eventually was like, all right, enough's enough. But so for me, I avoid the roof. I call the guy. I call the guy for like a lot.
You are a big
Like
call
I'll
the guy
do
guy.
things myself. You want to know why? Because I'm not interested in like a half-assed. Not that I would do it half-assed, but there's someone who's going to do it better than me. Like it's
100%.
going to look nicer.
You see
It'll
this?
it'll be nicer.
This is a
It'll
problem.
it'll work.
This is
I
a
did notice
problem that
the
I
I,
started.
I noticed the tools and stuff back there.
Yeah, this is a problem that I
That's
started.
what you get.
So
See, you call
unfortunately,
the guy. It starts and it ends.
yeah, no, I'm going to be halfway done with this tomorrow. So that's nice.
Well, listen. It
Yeah,
good for you.
Here's the thing, though,
I'm
dude.
not like
I have no friends. Like, there's nobody here for me to hang out with. So, like, on Saturdays when you guys are like going to hang out with Jimmy or like going to like a family party, like I'm sitting in my house by myself. So, like, this is why I do shit because I have nothing to do. Like another project my dad said that we could do. He goes, "Yeah, dude, we could totally paint the whole house." After I
I
told him what,
remember that.
and then I was like, "Yeah, we'll just hire someone to do the hallway." He goes, "We could do the hallway." I'm like, "How are we gonna do the hallway with like a ladder?" He goes, "No, we'll rent scaffolding." He made us rent scaffolding, put it together in the hallway of my house, and then I climbed up and down the thing like 85 times in a day. And like it's not easy to climb up scaffolding. Kudos to those guys.
No, it's also like kind of scary. So that's another thing where we differ, right? Like how much do you weigh?
Like 160 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, I mean I'm probably like 240 right now, 250.
Right.
So basically 100 pounds. We'll round up. Like my life is significantly different than yours. Like
100%.
climbing a ladder, like it just feels different. Like
Right, but okay,
like
but you
honestly,
have
have
perks
have
too.
you
You have
ever have
perks
you
too.
ever
Wait,
no, no.
wait.
Have you ever even like considered the weight limit on something?
Consider the weight limit. I always make sure I'm big enough to be on the ride. Like,
Yeah. So, dude, the rocking chair in Michael's bedroom. I'm not supposed to sit on it,
no, huh?
yet alone with him. I'm with him 25, 30 pounds on top of me. So,
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. When you walk into a room, you command a certain level of respect just because of your size, and it's true.
yeah,
You
unless
specifically
I
walk
walk
into a
in,
room and people like gravitate towards you. Not because of
That's
gravity,
my
but
gravitational pull. Um, it's but you know what's funny? Like besides like you, like most of my friends are bigger than me.
that's true. You have
All my
plenty of
friends,
friends.
besides like a handful of friends, most of them like dwarf me. Like Danny,
Yeah.
like
I mean, I don't know. I have not a single friend
like
that's smaller than
Tommy,
me.
like
I'm the smallest
that's
friend in all the
smaller than you.
groups. There's nobody smaller than me.
Yeah, I don't. Ew, that's because you're mid vin. That's what you do.
I used to be a little Vin, now I'm mid Vin. Um, so you went to a christening today.
Honestly,
How do those things go? Wait, what were you about to say?
well,
I don't
yeah.
like the
So
smirk you just had when you just said honestly. What were you honestly about to tell me?
I was gonna honestly say I don't know if we've really talked about like parenting this entire time.
I feel like
I
we've
don't
been
even know
talking
how
about
long we've been on. Like,
we've been on for a half an hour. We've been
well,
talking about,
anyway.
but
So
yeah, tell me about the christening.
the christening, I don't really know. I didn't go to the church,
Oh, true.
because so
Were you
so
supposed to go to the church or like was
backtrack a
Michael?
little. I had a wedding last night. Michael slept at. Was I supposed to go to the church? Is that what you said?
Go ahead, you tell the story.
Uh, Yesterday I had a wedding, so Michael slept at my in-laws' house. Apparently, he had a good night, and then when I woke up very late. Michael was already in for a nap at my in-laws. He took like a 3 hour nap, which is like way too long for a two nap kind of day.
Right.
And when he transitions to one nap, which could happen at any time, that's how long it should be, a 3 hour nap. So the church for the christening for Jimmy and Emily's little babe was at 3:30, which was literally the 3 hour mark of when Michael woke up. So I was like, me and Nicole were like, Nicole, you just go to the church, and after you come back here, and we'll go up. Excuse me, pardon me. We will go to the together. So I stay back, try and put Michael down for a nap. Fail miserably, horribly. He doesn't want to sleep because it was a little like his wake windows are anywhere from 3 to 4 hours,
Right.
and which is fine. But after a 3 hour nap, he's not going to want to go to sleep at the 3 hour mark. You
Right.
know what I
Right.
mean? I guess he's definitely going to be pushed a little.
Makes sense.
So Nicole gets back at 4:30, and I'm like, listen, I got to shower, and then we got to go. So we get to the restaurant. Michael's fucking miserable. He's teething so bad, like I feel so bad for him.
Right.
Um, like he is literally elbow deep in his mouth, like at all times.
True.
Like his literal molars, bro, are like piercing through, and he like has more teeth coming in too. So I feel bad, but this kid's living on Tylenol right now, just so you know. So, um,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's so hard.
no, what are you doing?
Those kid-based events are hard because like you're expected to bring your kid, and then like everyone's kid's
Yeah,
having a problem at that point. You know, I can't imagine. Um, yeah, I don't think we're not due for a baptism anytime soon. I don't think. Hopefully, unless my wife has a sudden
yeah.
change in religion, but I'm hoping that I don't have to do that. But
So yeah, anyway, I left at 6 o'clock, and we got there at like 5:15.
true.
I had a little fried garamel, and then I left. Um, and it sucks because one, I was starving. Two, I wanted to hang out with everybody. And
Right.
three, it sucks like Michael was miserable, and I've been getting the shit end of the stick lately. It happens. It's life. You know,
Yeah,
there will be times
it's tough.
where Nicole has to leave and take him, and he's miserable. But it's parenting. Parenting is hard sometimes, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I feel like this
But that's
weekend could
life.
have been a shitty weekend for me, but thankfully my parents were here. So like yesterday when Marissa was at work all day, my parents came at fucking 10 a.m. So like
Nice,
they were
nice.
kind of
Starting the
like
day off right.
yeah, like my mom was like taking care of them all day, and then I was able to just hang. We went to the brewery for a beer, came back, hung out, made dinner, and it was easy. Like when you have like as long as you have like the ability to like every 15 minutes switch off, it's like it's like so different. Like when you have like that 15-minute here, you take them here, you take them. It's just so much easier.
Yeah. Definitely. Right now, my hardest thing, honestly, is Michael. He won't stop eating. He won't. He is obsessed with food,
Hmm.
and you can be in the basement. He will run upstairs, try and climb the stairs, and try and get into the kitchen. And he like, I have my kitchen looks like I have band-aids on every single thing
I
because I have
saw the
these like
picture yesterday.
straps. Yeah. And he knows where all his food is like hidden because nothing can be in plain sight. But now he knows because he
Right.
remembers shit now. So he knows where it is, and he'll go to the fridge and just cry,
Huh.
like open the fridge and fucking feed me. And I'm like, dude, you just ate. You just ate.
Is he just a hungry boy? Like what's like or does that happen to every baby?
Yeah, but see, so when Michael was younger, he was drinking a lot of milk or formula, and it got to the point where he was just shitting like all the time. And when the babies are young, they're like, "Oh, they'll let you know when they're full."
Right. That's bullshit.
Yeah, so that's what they kept telling us, so we just kept fucking giving him milk formula. And then we called the doctor and she's like, "Yeah, you can't give him that much." We're like, "Well, you told us he'll let us know when he's full."
Yeah, dude, that's
But
crazy because let
now
me tell
that
you something.
happens again.
Chenzo is hungry. Every time he pull a bottle out of his mouth, he's hysterical crying. Give me that bottle back.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Michael, that happened, a couple months ago where we were giving him a lot of food cuz he was asking for it. And then he was getting constipated cuz like it's real food, and it's like
Right.
his body like couldn't handle it. And so we have to like control him with his food. And it's not like Michael's weight isn't like off the charts. He's just like a big boy, but he's not like a marshmallow. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
No,
he's like
yeah, he's not.
so it's hard because he fucking wants it. And
Right.
I don't know. We literally don't know what to do. Like I
Do
literally
you
texted
do you
Nicole.
ever know what to do though? Like, are you ever like, oh, this is what we're supposed to do?
Here's an exact I don't. Here's an exact text message I sent to Nicole after feeding him. It wasn't dinner time. I gave him a thing of puffs and a bunch of blueberries, and he still wanted to eat. I texted her, "I don't know what to do. He's screaming for food." That's an exact text message I sent. Like
like,
I don't know what to do.
that's crazy. Um,
And like he hurts him. He's like a dog. You know how they say like a dog will never stop? That's him. Like he will never fucking stop.
we
And
just
he
gave
hurts himself. So
what does he do? He like tries
it's
to like hit his
bad.
head on the cabinet or something?
No, I don't mean he like when he eats too much, he hurts himself. I don't mean he like causes himself physical damage
Yeah,
because you don't
he's
feed him.
cutting already.
Well, honestly though, when he gets mad, so he's a toddler and throws tantrums. When he gets mad, he and flips out, he actually does kind of hurt himself because he acts like a drunk person. Like he forgets how to walk and he'll just like throw his body and like he'll just fall over. So he does actually, yeah, he does cause self harm because he legitimately like throws his body and
Huh.
he forgets how to walk. It's fucking insane. Insane. My son is insane. Put it that way.
He is crazy. Um, yeah, I mean, just from like the videos you sent me, it is pretty funny. Like how he's like, he just like wants to like be active 100% of the time. Like I feel like we're getting to the point
There's
where we're gonna start seeing like more personality and more like what he's like. So like I'm like waiting for it because like right now he doesn't seem like rambunctious. Like he does like he's like very like chill. Like I mean like you said like the other day I called you while I had him in the car. We were on a 35-minute car ride and like when I called you it was like 30
I
minutes
had no
in.
idea he was there.
He was just like chilling in the back seat like
No
with
idea.
his little like fucking giraffe Sophie. He was like I'm like sucking on his fucking head. But like he is pretty chill like most days
Yeah.
now. Like car rides especially like because like the supermarket's about 30 minutes from us. So like when we go to the supermarket, he comes and he's like chill for most of the times. Sometimes it's a bitch, but you know it's not terrible.
Yeah, no, Michael was never that kid. He was never the like just kind of sit there kind of kid. Even like when he couldn't crawl, he was always like fucking squiggling around,
Right,
like
right,
always. And now I don't sit down. Like when you're alone with him, you're exhausted. Like you're done because he runs and doesn't stop until his head fucking hits that crib. He fights. He likes to sleep. Like he knows when it's time, but when you go in his room and shut the door, he flips the fuck out because he's like, I don't want to stop playing or running and being crazy. I want to keep doing that.
right, right,
He fights you until like you put him into that crib. He's screaming most of the time because he doesn't want to do it.
right,
He
right.
but when he does, he's happy he did it. Like in the end, but nah, he wants to be on go 24/7, 365.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's my life. That's my life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Crazy
know.
town.
He definitely we're starting to transition to 2 naps per day now, and like he definitely likes his sleep. Like he goes to sleep pretty good most of the time. But obviously teething changes things. But um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like since we've switched him to food, sleep has gotten so much better, like 100% better. But he had his first scrambled
Yeah.
egg today, so it was his first time chewing food really, like for
Oh,
real for
is
him.
that what he was eating? I saw that video. I
Yeah,
couldn't figure
it
out
was
what it
pretty
was
funny.
though.
It was like it's like funny as
Yeah.
fuck to watch him like chew like that. So he ate his first egg today. He
Did
liked
he
it.
like it or
Yeah,
no?
he loved it. Yeah, he ate the whole scrambled egg. And
Nice.
yeah, yesterday I
Nice.
gave him raspberries, and that was a little too sour for him. He didn't love that. But he likes bananas.
Yeah.
He eats bananas.
Oh,
Um,
Mikey loves bananas.
let's move into our dad review of the week. Let's go
Oh.
our
Okay.
dad of the week. A classic Ginzo, a New Jersey
Whoa.
fella, Tony Soprano. What do we think about
Tony.
Tony Soprano as a dad?
Bada
So
bing.
I'm
Bada
actually
bing,
rewatching
baby.
this with my wife right now. So like I've just finished watching the first season. I feel like that's where you get a lot of his parenting is in that first season too. And I think the one
Well, kinda.
yeah well like because Meadow
Kinda.
leaves I don't know but I feel like the obviously I mean like not even going into like the whole mafia side whatever like obviously that's not great like that being part of your kid's life but it is interesting thinking about like what just like the way he was like he raises his kids like when there's one scene in the first season where like Meadow is talking about like condoms or like contraceptive or something and he goes and he just freaks out he goes you know what would be great if we didn't talk about sex at the breakfast table from now on no talking about sex at the breakfast table. I thought that was great. It's just like a classic line from him that's like that's just not the way kids are raised anymore. Now it's like let's talk to kids about whatever in the third grade. Like I don't even know. Like we
Yeah,
started in the
I
fifth or
mean,
sixth. I
definitely
feel
now,
like.
like things are definitely different now. But Tony kind of approached it like that, traditional Italian, like that a traditional Italian way, in my opinion.
Right, right.
I mean, you know, being in his business, he had to be discreet about things. So it's hard to juggle both, right? It's hard to be
Yeah, like
parent
and you definitely see some of
and
those good moments shining
open.
through though. Like where like he's like in the car with Meadow, like when he's about to kill the guy, the rat from like in upstate
Yeah.
wherever they are. Wait, but like when he's like in the car, he's like, "But you know, what do you see about my? What do you hear?" And he's like asking her. He's like trying. He tries so hard to be open, but like it's like almost impossible for him. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, it is impossible, and he tries. And that even when he's seeing, his therapist or whatever she is, psychiatrist, his shrink, like he wants to, he just can't. He
Yeah.
just can't do it. Um, I mean, I think he's a good dad.
I
I
feel like
don't think like
overall
going
he's
to
been a good dad.
kill someone when you're like with your daughter is like a good idea, but
Yeah, like
you
that
know,
doesn't
do what
that
you
I
gotta
feel like that
do.
loses points. He's like she's like, "Where are we, Dad? You're going so fast." And he's like, "We're just playing around." Like, what, dude? Like she's not an idiot. She's going to
you,
college.
you know what's so funny? Like how dumb does he think she like is, right? Like, oh, we're just joking. Like, no, you're not joking. You're gonna go kill that fucking guy.
She's, "Dad, do you know that guy?" He's like, "No. We're just chasing each other." Like, what?
Yeah.
I
I
do
mean,
think overall though, he's a good dad, like right? His like it's not like both his kids are dumb. Like Anthony is dumb, but like Meadow is like an A+ student, so like he did something right. So like he did all right.
Anthony just sucked, honestly.
Yeah, he was a pretty tough
He
character.
was he was just like, woe is me kind of guy. Like, get over it, man. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Um, I do think I think Tony was a good dad. I mean, he was a little aggressive sometimes, but
Yeah, I mean for sure.
he tried.
Yeah, like was he a great husband?
Confirm.
Probably not.
Nicole got my food wrapped,
Nice. Good for you.
so I think it gets left at the restaurant.
I hoping that the chaos that no, I don't think so. She's by herself. She doesn't have the kid with her. That food's coming home.
Yeah, she doesn't have the kid. That food better make it here.
That food will make it there.
Um. Anyway, back to Tony, Anthony.
Yeah, no,
You know,
he's
Anthony also he he overcame a lot to be a good parent. Like his mom, like really fucked him up.
yeah. I mean, like yeah, definitely putting a hit out on your own son, tough move. Um, definitely a tough move. Um, but I do think he's a good dad overall. I do think like overall in the picture, you lose a couple points for like going to on a fucking hit while you're with your daughter. So probably a point and a half just for that one day specifically. But I'm gonna just go cut it right in the middle of where I think it should be. I'm gonna go 7.5.
Wow, that's a little. I wasn't sure I was gonna go that high.
Oh really? You were gonna go below
Um,
5 or?
no, I wasn't gonna go below 5. You said 7.5. That's um,
I feel like
I,
overall, like if we're just talking, if you take out the fact that he's a criminal, then he's a great dad.
yeah, but you can't take that out. But criminal doesn't make you a bad person
Right, but then
or a
I guess the
bad
thing is
dad,
no,
more
no,
specifically.
I don't think so. That's what I mean. Like, okay, so say for example, you're a terrible husband, but you're the greatest dad on planet Earth. You still lose some points for being
Yeah,
a
so
bad husband.
we are talking specifically about dad being a parent though.
Right, but like you also the
Um,
other factors play a part. Like you have to lose some points for going on a hit with your daughter. Like just because like
yeah,
that's not
because that's
technically
being a bad
parenting.
dad.
Like
Yeah, it is. You're with your daughter.
I guess, but like
That's parenting.
I guess, but at any point he could get arrested, and then his kids don't have a dad. So like, do you look at it from that standpoint too? You know what I mean? Like, there's
That's something you
some
got to
value to
consider.
that. Yeah.
So I want our audience to know, our large audience, we don't score these people prior. Like this is all coming to us now. Like
Oh, it's
I
off the
legitimately
cuff.
have, yeah. Like we honestly decided we were gonna do Tony Soprano. Like Vinny's like, all right, you ready? And I'm like, wait, who are we doing? so so um, w- we're we're processing this information as we're spitting it out. Um. Tony Soprano, 7.5. I feel like you might have jumped the gun.
You think I
I
did?
don't
You think
think
it was
it's a
too high?
bad score.
I just think his kids are like.
I'm gonna
And
go
what are you going?
6.4.
Okay, so you went a lot lower than me. All right, what do you think the difference is? I don't even. I just think that like his kids turned out all right. So like at the end of the day,
Anthony did not. The son did not turn out all right. He
didn't
tried
he?
to kill himself and like sucked at it.
Oh yeah, he like tried to hang himself, didn't he?
No, he fucking like taped a bag to his head and tried to and
Oh
cinder
yeah.
blocks and jumped in his pool. But the rope was too long, so he swam to the top. I don't know. I mean, Tony loses a lot of points for like having his girlfriends call the house and
That's true.
like like the possibility of always going to prison. Like that's bad. Like
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
I
don't know.
mean,
I think that I
I
just
like I said, I
I
think
think
six
that
point four is a good score. I think he's a good dad.
yeah,
But
no. I guess I thought he was a better
sometimes
dad. I just
he
thought
like
I think that he gave his
he
kid,
like
especially to Meadow, like he was a good dad to Meadow. Maybe to Anthony, like he was kind of just always
he
like
was abusive to Anthony though. He abused Anthony though.
like how?
I mean, he's like hit him before.
I don't feel like I remember that. But I'm only up to rewatching the first season, so I guess I gotta keep going.
I mean, listen, like I said, I think 6.4 is a good score. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think it's a bad
6.4,
score.
7.5. We're in on Tony. Um,
We're
all right,
in.
this week coming up, we have another flight planned. So if all goes well, we'll be in New York on Thursday.
Oh
The,
shit.
the two dads, one sippy cup will be the crew will be back together. We're gonna go to a wedding together, so it should be a lot of fun. Um,
We need to at least record something while we're all boozed up.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, we gotta
It might not
after
be
we finish
good, but
recording, we gotta figure out a plan for Thursday anyway. Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing. We're gonna do a flight this week, so hopefully that goes well again. We'll see. What do you got this week?
this week I nothing. I have that wedding Friday, and
So we're on the same page.
that's really it, man. I'm just tired.
Living for the
You know,
weekend.
I'm just a tired dad.
Um,
Yeah, but it's not like the weekends are like refreshing.
no, they're not. They're the opposite. Especially this weekend coming up is gonna be pretty tough for everybody.
Like,
Um,
dude, like I said, Michael slept out this weekend. I slept till 10 a.m. today. Granted, I didn't go to sleep till like 1:30,
true.
but I'm exhausted and I slept fucking
So
a
much.
long time.
Right.
And I'm still like I feel like shit. And I'm not even hungover. Like I stopped drinking. Like you know that point at a wedding when you're like, "Whoa, I'm actually pretty fucked up." I hit that point and I was like, "You know what?
Yeah, like
Water. That's it."
there's two things that could happen at that point. You either go all in, like all your chips go in, or you pull everything out. Because like
Yeah, no, I pulled
you
out. I
yeah,
pulled out.
yeah, he
I pulled
pulled out.
out.
So it's usually a better decision. Long term commitment, no long term commitment to pulling out.
Well, it's just first of all, being hungover and being a parent is just
It's
not
the worst.
worth it,
It's
in
the
my
worst.
opinion. So I was like, you know what? I've drank enough. I took a couple shots. I drank a million beers. It's time. Let me pull back, switch to water. Tomorrow, I went. I came home. I had like Pedialyte. I drank that shit. Um, and I felt fine this morning. I'm not hungover. I'm just tired.
Right.
Honestly, I'm just a tired dad. Like, that's my life. Tired dad.
And that's
What are you
how
doing with that pen?
I'm about
What are you
to.
doing with that?
I'm
What are you
just like
doing?
I'm clicking. I'm clicking.
Just, I want to click. Here,
Um,
I'm gonna click.
click away. Because that's our episode this week, guys. Two dads, one sippy cup. We forgot to tell you to follow, like, and subscribe in the beginning, and no one's listening right now, so nobody's gonna follow, like,
Yeah, but
subscribe.
hold on.
But what
You know what's really upsetting?
what?
Julia never reached out to us.
Shit. Fucking Julia, nothing. Come on,
She
Julia.
comments that we're like the best pod ever, and then she ghosts us.
We'll see about
Fucked
that,
up.
Julia. Um, but yeah, that's our episode.
Fucked
Two
up.
dads, one sippy cup. Follow us on wherever you fucking can search it. All the things, the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube. Flippity flop. Catch you on the other side. Chin down.
Yeah.